Hello, thank you for tuning in. Part two of the Music Man Luke 3 repair. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace this push pot. Right now I have the new one ready to go. And what I did, and there's a lot of ways to do this. I mean, you can just disconnect and then connect as you go, but there's not much room there. So I usually write out just a little diagram for myself, especially when it comes to active electronics. Something like this is proprietary. I'll spit it out. Whenever I work on anything active, I remove the battery. I don't know that you necessarily have to do that, but I feel like it's better to do. So that's what I do. What we want to do here is, first off, remove this one and replace it. These have a PCB board. If you are not if you're not accustomed to soldering, I would not start with a PCB board. Practice on other things first. It's not that it's necessarily hard. I mean, it's pretty basic, but there's no room for error. So if any solder bleeds over, it's going to short out, and there is, which hopefully you can see there. There is no real room for error coming in. So I mean, that's tiny, tiny, tiny spot to work with. All right, so let's start by taking this one off. Unless you have really good ventilation, I suggest using something like this, and this is going to suck up all of the emissions from the solder. You don't want those vapors. It's a little loud. I apologize. I'm going to tin the tip of my soldering iron just a little. So we're going to move this over here. And all I'm going to do is just put a little bit of solder on it. And I just use a damp cloth. I mean, there's better ways. Trust me, and there's stuff to do. But this has worked for me for years. I just get it wet, wash an old washcloth, and wipe it off with that. I promise it works. All right, let me move you over here so that you can see, and I have room to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this ground. Well, actually, move my ventilation over first. And I should be able to just warm this up and it'll come off. Normally I'd say you want to be careful. You don't want to heat up this potentiometer too much because it could damage it, but since it already doesn't work, it really doesn't matter. But if you get it too hot, you will burn yourself. You don't want to do that. Been there many times. Soldering iron burn is no fun. There we go. All right, that's what I want. Okay, so the next thing is all I want to do is touch each one of these and pull them straight out. Almost got it there. It's a little delicate because I don't want to burn myself. All right, there we go. First wire. Go with the second one. Got a little hot. Go with the third one. Hope you guys can see. I'm trying to let you see without burning myself. Whew. All right, didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to on that one, but we'll be okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, so everything is in good shape except, I'm gonna put this towel here. I want to strip a little bit of this one because it didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to. The other one slid right out. This did not. Uh, this is the way I strip things when I can with a lighter. I'm not telling you should do it, but it works fast and it works well. There we go. Stripped. Now what I want to do, I don't want to put a lot of solder on here because again, there's no room for error. So all I want to do is tin everything, and just it should be all it needs. It should go right in. So these are already tinned. This one is not. I'm gonna just tin that, which means I'm just gonna put a little bit of solder on it. I'm gonna cover everything up because I don't want to get any solder in any of these components or on this beautiful guitar. And I'm just gonna get this warm. There you go. It doesn't take much. Just a little bit there. And then let's see here. think that's good. Let's go ahead and solder this new one up, and then we'll install it. I'm going to take this off because I have to adjust it. This does not have a tab. That one does. Since I'm going to adjust it anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this tab. There we go. I'm going to guesstimate. Seems like that one was right about there. And we have a lock washer for it. Alright. So, first things first. See if that'll stay on there without me doing anything. It might not. Want to protect the guitar. It didn't. I should have known. That's fine. Protect the guitar while I do this. This goes right to the top, but I think I want to put these wires on first because this one's pretty tight. There's not a lot of lead to it. So let's see here. We have green, red, and blue are the order. So, I don't know if you can see that, but put that green one right in, just like that. Bend it over slightly. And all I'm going to do is touch it with this, and it should, there we go. That should be good. Should be all it needs. Almost. And with with soldering in general, but especially with a PCB, you just got to be gentle and patient. All right, so green, red is next. It's awfully hard to see. I'm going to have to smash that down just a little. Should do it. There we go. No, we don't. Wrong hole. Like I say, patient. Yeah, it's going to need a little more smashing. Let's see if that does it. There we go. And again, you guys can see that. I'm just going to touch it. No, again, I have it in the wrong hole. There we go. La, la, la. So I'll make sure, oops, that is on there. Yep. I'll have to fix my green one. It's okay. Alright, I might have to put just a drop of solder on this green one. I didn't want to. There, I think that got, no. Alright, you know what, I'm going to retint it. Say, generally speaking, if you're just soldering a normal potentiometer, it is not this hard. It only takes a moment. There we go. Alright, black is next. Let me squish that down a little. I may have to snip this one. There we go. Almost got it. Just going to have to make that a little bit tighter. A bit smaller, because it's too tight, I should say. Needle nose pliers are your friends when you're doing this, that's for sure. There we go. Right through. And hopefully there's enough solder on it. I may have to add some to this one though. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Okay. Seems to be in there. Next is going to be the yellow with the blue. There's a little bit of blue on it. I would have marked it if it didn't have some kind of little marking for me, but it did. Whether that was intentional or not, I don't know. But like I said, I didn't even add solder. This is the solder that was on it. Let that cool. It should be it. Yep. And the yellow. Okay, those are all on. Now for the ground, what I do want to do for the ground is add some solder to the top of this. And just be careful not to touch any of the connections I just made. Put a little bit on there. There we go. Perfect. And now all I'm going to do is hold this onto there and heat it up. That should be us. All right, everything looks to be in good shape. On there good, on there good. Again, be patient with these. And see, like that. That's not quite where I want it. It needs I need a tiny bit. I think I need a drop of solder on this. So that's why you want to be patient, and you never want to turn your soldering iron off until you know. Let's put just a drop on there. But you also want to be really careful because you don't want to get the PCB very hot. Which is a challenge in and of itself. There we go. Okay, all seems sturdy to me. Let's put this block washer on. Make sure everything's secure. I should go turn this off now. Mm. All right, so what I'm trying to do now is get this to go through far enough. Need to adjust it a little bit more. That should do it. Yeah, almost. I'm getting it. There. All right. Triple checking. I'm just holding it with my finger underneath. See if see where I'm at here. Tighten this up. Now, in stuff like this, I mean, you want it snug, but you don't need to torque this stuff down. You can damage the guitar and you can damage the threads. It has a lock washer under it, so it should be good. There we go. Now I want to look on the back again, just to make sure everything is A-okay. Nothing's touching that shouldn't be. And everything's touching that should be. All right, that looks good. Okay, now before I even put that knob on, we're going to test this out. Put this battery in. I didn't pay any attention to this, but yeah, that's how it goes. Okay. And then let's plug it in and make sure it works. So I keep humming this Elmo's World song. I apologize. I watch my granddaughter all the time. Okay, I think we're done. Kind of crazy in there. So the next video, we'll go ahead and we'll set it up. And I know it's the little amp isn't a good test of the tones. It is a tiny battery powered amp, so let's go ahead and just put this back on, and we'll put the knob on it, and then we'll set it up next.
Turns out the push that Ernie Ball sent was defective. The PCB was reversed, so when it was on 0, it was on 10. They're sending me the correct part. Everything worked appropriately. It was just backwards. For the next video, we'll set it up.
I do hear that this is a common issue with these guitars, though, that the push goes out. It's not an expensive part, but to be honest, for the price of the guitar, I don't think it should be a common issue either. But I want to say the push is only like 15 to 20 bucks. But it is not the easiest to put in, as you could see, just mainly because of its size. I know it's the right size because that's what I used to take it off. There, let's do it like that. Speaking of my granddaughter, you can probably hear her in the background. My daughter's up there with her now. There we go. All right. That is us for now. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen to Rifle every day. Tell your friends. Like, subscribe. Rock on. Love one another.